folks. Great to be back in the chair with Darcy and learning lots as we go along. And we're going to do a Division 3 round-up now. So how are you, Darcy?
Jacko, good, thanks yourself.
Well, mate, there's been some cracking games.
There's cracking games.
We'll get into
Flinders Park, we'll come to that.
Well, we will, but let's start off with Morphettville Parks. They took on Scotch College, and aren't they improving Scotch?
They certainly are.
I reckon they're a bit of a dark.
Slowly just coming up. They're one game clearing fourth spot, so they're doing okay.
I reckon they're a dark horse, mate. This was played at Morphettville Park, and Morphettville Park have been in pretty good form, and Scotch were too good, 14-13 and 9-9. Goal kickers for Scotch, Kingy 4, Spencer 2, Big Jed Durden kicked 2, speaking of Flinders Park, he played a couple of games at the Parks, Roland, Rock and Rollin Archie 2, and singles to Madden, Giles, King and Isaacson.
And no best players.
No one played well.
No, that's well. Yeah, they after a big win like that, so no, all played well. Doesn't matter.
Well.
Anyway, for Morphettville Park, we've got Thompson with 2, Spicer with 2, Kirch, these are individuals, Kirch, Barnett, Barry, Maynard and Lockwood, and best players are Rainey, Thompson, Peters, Barry and Edwards. So good win there by Scotch, and as you said, they're on the move. Now,
they are.
This is the game, pardon me, they live called on Saturday down there at North Haven, and
cracking game, close finish.
Gee whiz.
Portland just couldn't quite get the job. And hey, fair reversal from the round 2 or round 3 when they played each other at Portland Oval, where Portland absolutely smashed North Haven. This was 7 goals 22 North Haven to 9 goals 8 Portland. So a winning margin of 2 points, but 29 scoring shots to 17 says North Haven probably had the upper hand for most of the day, Dust.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But look, North Haven, I think they'll be pretty annoyed with that. Only 2 points. They just said North Haven is sitting 3rd, actually equal 2nd, and Plympton are just sitting in 7th spot, 1 game behind Morphettville Park, who was 6th. So as I said, poor kicking is poor footy, unfortunately, but they still got the win, which I think they'll be pretty disappointed with effort there at the end of the day.
Yeah, I saw Mark Tyler Saturday morning, and he thought he was going to be happy with the win, so I'm sure he'll take that in the end. A big day down there, Ladies' Day, Past Players' Day, Sponsors' Day. They had people parked out on Victoria Road watching the game. They reckon it's the biggest crowd the Peninsula has seen since the Queen Mary arrived. Goal kickers.
Yes.
Reedy 2, Cocciaro 2, Rowe, Pedersen, Davern, Searcy all kick singles. And best players? Shaw, Rowe, Tyler, Pedersen, Reed, Howden. You know what? I reckon this would flow better if I did the goal kickers and you did the best players, rather than us doing a whole team and then flipping it.
We can work this as we go along.
Let's try that next game.
We wait for Division 3 to do this. We've gone right from Division 7, now we decided to do this, but we don't see, now...
Who's missing?
Well, Dicko was in there, but we didn't see...
the big fella, the big full forward,
but no, he's not playing.
Tommy
Lippo.
Lipton.
His knee, and his brother didn't play either. So I know Chris did. Sorry, did too. So yeah. But anyway, his knee. He went to Bali a few weeks ago. Maybe he did something over there silly. But
Bali knee, they call it.
Bali knee, quite correct. Clean out.
Bali knee, clean out.
He'd be back and he'd be bragging about him going to kicks and goals anyway.
Ooh,
so
you missed the best players though.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I did too. Where we go back? Portland.
Yep.
Sorry, Portland. Didn't mean to do that.
Nearly skipped straight over.
You
just don't like
YouTube. Well, okay, we've got Pryor with 2. I've done that, haven't I?
No, you haven't.
Pryor with 2, Traeger, Moody, or individuals there, Laslett, Wheatra, Cranwell, Waring and Moody, with Wheatra, Wickley, Murray, Friend and Cranwell amongst the best players. So gut wrench for Portland, but well done to North Haven on their winning ways. So,
yeah, anyway. Good job first year up in Division 3.
Yep.
Big margin, and not to be unexpected. Seaton Ramblers took care of Pembroke convincingly, 20 goals 17 to 9 goals 6. So a big margin there of about 77 points.
That's the one. Good maths there. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. Seaton Ramblers goal kickers. Well, who didn't kick a goal would be quicker.
Yeah,
Lancey 6, Regari 3, Wild 3, B Variety, C Wild 2, Carroll 2, Harlan 2, Gates and Karahalios, the singles. Best players are Polanski, Gates, Harlan, Priestley and Shane Harris, who obviously survived all right from Sujay Cook's headbutt from the previous week or 2 weeks ago, which put Sujay out of football altogether, I think.
That's it, he's done. brought him back when he's 43 years old or 42 years old, and now he's done and dusted. That'll be him retired.
You'd learn a little bit by
43 years.
40, yeah.
That's right. But no, he obviously got more of the points, whether it's automatic suspension for life. That's it. So
yep, done and dusted.
Yep, done and dusted. And for Pembroke, we've got Daniel with 3. Evans, look, he's normally bagging a bit more than 3, but 3 in the weekend. Webster 2 and Pengelly. And the best players is Webster, Greeny, Pengelly, Canny and Fisher. But Pembroke, look, they are straight. No, there was no surprises here. I mean, Seaton Ramblers are on top, just the one loss, and Pembroke have yet to get on the board. So
will they get on the board?
Well, it's going to be tough for them. I know it's Pembroke. They were always in the middle.
They'll be looking forward to playing Walkerville next, won't they?
I think
that'll be their best chance.
Is it? That'll be it. So this was probably a bit of an upset, I think. This one here. So
Westminster.
Yep. So Westminster, who have been cruising on very nicely in this division, they're still sitting second. But that would have put them equal with North Haven at the moment and done very nicely, playing Plympton, who are currently 8th. So you'd think the Westminster would have taken home the big win here, but it wasn't to be, was it?
No, and it was at TILBROOK RASHEED Oval, which is Westminster's home, and they were outscored in 3 of the 4 quarters. So that'd be concerning for David Piacenti. As you said, they've been travelling along quite nicely. They would have been expecting to win this. And that's not to dismiss Plympton, because Plympton have quite a good side, and they are well and truly in that battle for a final spot. So well done to Plympton. That's a gutsy win away from home, to win by 5, 6, 7 goals nearly. So
big margin too.
Big margin,
Westminster.
yeah. Goal kickers, the Donkey got 5, Schultz 4, Pastrappi 2, Scott, Deere, Midland, Hubner and Vanderhart all singles, and best player is the big Donkey, Donkersley. Best player, Michael second best, Holding, Harry Deere, who's on the Crows top-up list. Yep. Made a guest appearance for Plympton in 3rd best, Scotty 4th, and Taverner rounds them out.
And for Westminster, got Pisanti with 4.
The coach.
Yeah, Burris with
Shane Burse.
Sorry. These are individuals. Hode, Steer, Reed and Ryan, Kenny and Baker. And the best players, Fisher, Hode, Pisanti, Cleveland and Burris.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is you look at Westminster's best players and their most experienced players. Fisher, over 100 games of league footy at Westies. Piacenti, probably close to 200 games of league footy at Westies, and Shane Burse 40 games of AFL footy, I reckon, as well as his Western. So they all performed. So I reckon the coach will be putting it on the younger fellas and the middle of the age players to
can't put them. Yeah, don't leave it on these blokes here. So, but
they're getting towards the end of their career, those guys. So they need some of the younger fellas to step up, and that's a bad loss at home. Where does that put them on the table, Darcy?
They're still second. Westminster. Right. So they're still cruising very nicely. They're only 2 games behind Seaton Ramblers.
But level with North Haven, and North Haven would have been licking their lips.
Oh, absolutely. When they saw that, absolutely.
You know, having gotten up by 2 points themselves. Interesting competition, Division 3.
And of course, we got Walkerville. Out at Walkerville, took on Flinders Park.
Your old boys.
And
my old boys.
Your old boys. How many years you coach out there? You were
7.
7 years out there. Very successful coach you were too.
Thank you, Das.
And so we've got Walkerville 7 goals, 9-51. Big winners. Flinders Park were big winners over Walkerville, so 20 goals, 14, 134. So a good win there to Flinders Park. They probably need that win to get out of the system. They've struggled a little bit this year, but that puts them in. They're sitting 5th, but equal with Morphettville Park, who are equal on 6 and 5 as well. So Plympton are only 1 game behind.
Yeah.
So really they're not very close competition this one too. So one bit of a hiccup with any of these sides, and it could put them back out of the 5. So, but anyway.
I don't reckon you can pick the top 5 in Division 3 with any real certainty at the moment.
Exactly.
So good win by Flinders Park, and as you said, goal kickers. Comachiani kicked 5. Daniel Blythe, good to see him back with 3. Yep. Collins 3. Gericke 2. Manny Morell, well, people talk about experience. Well, the one thing Flinders Park has got is plenty. Everyone says they've got a young side, but that's crap, because I just looked through some of the players on that side. Manny Morell's 30. Kieran Johansson would have to be close. Benny George would be close to 40.
Yeah.
Jay Collins
Mickey
Demont's over 30.
Yep.
They have got some real experience in that side, and it's going to stand them in good stead as the season unfolds. But the best players were?
Well, we've got Ben George, as I said, he'd be close to 40. I think he's about 35. So
yep.
is that Johansson, so he's been around a while. Smith, Morrill and Comitiani.
Yep.
So obviously brother of the Eagles player. But
he is indeed,
he's doing very well at the moment. He's been the best player most weeks and
good player. Why did you get him out at the Eagles?
No, I think he was out there for a while, but just
you sacked him.
I don't know.
Hey, you're ruthless, you are.
Oh, dearie dear.
Anyway, goal kickers for Walkerville: Nildy, Calorie, Madden, Mana, Calorie, Law, and Wallace are all singles. So it's fair to say that they look like they might be struggling for a key forward up there to kick multiple goals, eh?
Yep. And best players was Slorak, Ryan, Madden, Walters, and Puckeridge. And so no, good win there to Flinders Park, and good to see him, and a big win there too, which is good. So just look at the goal scorers, just who's leading the goal scorers here. Now it would be Plympton, of course, with 38 goals. Yeah. 4 behind is Nick Leake from Westminster.
Nick Leake, I think you'll find he was at Glenelg at the start of this year and cut from Glenelg, and the West Adelaide are keen on him for next year.
Yep. And Brett Harland from Seaton Ramblers on 29, so pretty close here. And Chad Comma, he's on 27. He's not even in the forward line. I think he sits at ruck roving and all that sort of stuff. So he bagged a few goals at the same time. And Thomas Evans,
big Evo,
so ex McGarry Milligan, I believe, on 25.
Right,
so
next
week's games fixture. This iPad just slowly takes its time. Here we go. So Flinders Park, they're at home.
Oh,
so this will be a cracking game. Westminster coming off a loss last week to Plympton.
Yes.
Flinders Park had come off a big win.
They'll be cocky.
And they're at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to Flinders Park. This is going to be a crack of a game.
Yeah, well, can Kenners rein the Flinders Park experienced blokes in and get them to drive home? They'll need their top players to stand up against Westminster's top players. I think last time there wasn't much in it when they played at Westminster, and I think Flinders Park can get the money here. I'm
not sure what happened there, but sorry, let's go back again. Look at the time. Okay, Pembroke, there we go, Pembroke and Walkerville.
Well, so this is the match of the round.
Well, technically it is actually. So we've got 9v10. Portland just won. So
Pembroke yet to win a game. Walkerville have won one, and that was against Pembroke. So Walkerville will be eyeing off a chance to get 2, and Pembroke will be eyeing off their first win.
Correct. I'm going to go for Pembroke. There's a bit of an upset here, I think, at home with that tree that comes over the boundary line. They're going to use that to their advantage. Yeah,
I think Pembroke will get the money at Haslam Oval too. Yeah. Fancy them getting picked by when they've won a game. And their percentage is what?
That would be 30.5 versus 34. Yeah, okay, so it's around that mark as well. So
yep.
North Haven at Morphettville Park, out there at North Haven. So we've got 3rd versus, they're about 6th. So, they're actually equal 5th with Flinders Park. Out at North Haven, I'm going for North Haven. Yeah,
pretty hard to go past North Haven. Yeah. And Portland and Plympton should be a good game. Plympton coming off a good win. Portland just getting beat. I think this is at Port Reserve, so I think Portland can win this.
I'm going to back you too. I'm going to go for Portland as well. So they are not to say struggling. They're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I reckon that every single one of these games is an absolute cracker. Every single one. This is the best possible round. Scotch are taking on Seaton Ramblers at Scotch. This will be a real test.
4th versus top. Absolutely. Out at Scotch though.
Yeah, and people before the year said Scotch were laid down as theirs to make the grand final. Well, this will give us an indication, and I think they'll win at Scotch.
But I'm going for Scotch here because Seaton Ramblers, they've been okay, not big winners, but I think I'm with you, Scotch out there. I think if they're going to prove themselves, I reckon it's got to be this week.
Yeah, they want to be geared up for a big game this week. 5 great games in Division 3 footy.
It's a cracking.
You've got some interest in any of these clubs, you want to be out this week and having a bit of a sticky beat.
That's right. But that's all Division 3, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.